Welcome, jesters. The latest ridiculousness that our friends on the left are having a tizzy over is the rumor, the uncorroborated rumor, that Assistant Secretary David Richardson of FEMA does not know that the U.S. has a hurricane season. Yes, they actually believe this. This is one of those things that is absolutely so absurd that, of course, our friends on the left are falling for it, hook, line, and sinker. Apparently, this happened on an all-agency call on June 1st, the start of hurricane season, and it was, leaked to Reuters that he had said this. Okay, yeah, it was a joke. And by the way, it's okay to joke about hurricane season. He could have said anything, right? He could have listed all of the things that the agency is doing to prepare for hurricane season and then made some sort of offhand quip that, well, after all this, you can't tell me I don't know we have a hurricane season. And if that's all they heard, that's all they're going to believe. I think I said in the video yesterday or the day before that they always miss the context. Yes, it was a joke. So a little bit about Assistant Secretary David Richardson. Okay, well, he is educated. Okay, he has a BS in biology. He has authored a book, so I'm going to presume he does read books. Seems to be very important to them. He was a lieutenant colonel in the Marine Corps. It's a pretty tough job, probably stationed all over the world. And he was a professor at Georgetown. Yes, all of the credentials that our friends on the left seem to love. And if he had a D by his name, he would be a hero, and they would be dismissing this as another crazy right-wing conspiracy theory. Okay. But, of course, the press, they are handling this in their typical hysterical way and not being very creative. I believe they're just all modifying a syndicated story, and they all contain this line, or something similar. The comment has raised fresh concerns over preparedness and leadership ahead of what is expected to be a busy hurricane season. Well, okay, I thought this season was going to be less busy than the last, but that's neither here nor there. I mean, we all know the predictions are always wrong, so whatever. However, now they're worried. Now they're worried about preparedness at FEMA, the agency that has bungled every operation it has engaged in, that has bungled every disaster that it has been expected to manage. That agency, the agency that has openly denied support to certain people. And we know this. It's not debatable. We know this. We know this happened. Now they're worried about leadership at this agency? Yeah, I don't think so. So what really happened? It's not that simple. Or it's not that simple. It is that simple. It's not that complicated. So if you go back to when he took the job at FEMA, he made a very interesting statement during his opening remarks to the agency. It said something to the effect of, if I have to run over you to make it, if I have to run over you to make you do it, I will. And this is him expressing what he is getting ready to do in order to implement the changes, the reforms that President Trump expects in the agency. And of course, all these bureaucrats, all these cushy bureaucrats don't get it. Right. They are just butthurt that they either are going to have to, A, do work, or B, won't have a job. That's it. And quite frankly, I prefer they did not have a job, right? Because then it could do less damage, but we'll get to that. So, they're just a bunch of scared, humorless bureaucrats that do not understand a joke, right? And they know that if they are eventually fired, they pretty much, this is the end of their career. So yes, they are lashing out. They're looking for anything they can use to drag leadership in hopes of slowing him down, obstructing the president's agenda so they can keep their jobs. And let's be honest, these are federal bureaucrats. They're not too bright. If they were, they would be working in an actual functioning organization. Yeah. Anyway, just to recap, and the most important parts of this, there is no corroboration. There is no direct quotes. There is no leaked document. There is no leaked recording. There is no leaked video or anything like that. The the crazy conspiracy that Assistant Secretary David Richardson does not know we have a hurricane season is just it's a heresy fable, or heretical fable made up by some government nitwits who can't take a joke. You know I'm right.